Hey, g'day guys, it's Adam from VideoShowMeHow, and in this video, for those that have been following for a little while, you would have seen the ridiculous over-the-top Victron setup in the back of the D-Max. In this video though, I'm going to be stepping you through a bit of a guide on how to upgrade a similar setup in your Caravan. And in our case, we've got our little off-road Caravan here that we've been doing a few things to, upgrading it, getting it ready for a big Cape trip next year. This guy, and a whole crew. What we need to do though is upgrade the 12 volt that currently lives under there. So in this video, that's what we're going to be getting stuck into. So if you've got a Caravan and you're looking to do a bit of an upgrade, this video is for you. So without further ado, let's get started. So here it is. This is the VideoShowMeHow off-road Caravan. It is only a little 11 footer. It is a full off-road, great departure angles, full off-road suspension, blah, blah, blah. And then inside we needed a couple of things. We needed to make sure we had room for 4 and also the old shower and toilet that lives in here, and some basics here, most of the cooking being outside. So it is compact. It does come with some 12 volt already. Everything is wide inside as far as, you know, the standard stuff, lighting, fans, charge ports, they're everywhere, all of that good stuff. We do have down here an underbunk AC. We also have some 240 already pre-wired, but no inverter. And then our hot water system, which is gas and 240. There is a bit of a 12 volt system that already exists. So, and I think what might be easier, I'm going to rip all of this out so I can show you exactly what we're dealing with. And here we go, the wonders of the internet, makes life easy. But this is kind of what's going on. So in this particular van, there is a full frame that is underneath the main bed. The factory 12 volt and 240 stuff lives in this little compartment here. In that little compartment there, as you can see, we have our AC unit, and that works surprisingly really well. About 800 watts of power usage as well, so not too bad. Over here is our trauma hot water system. I believe that is a 14 litre jobby. It is gas, but also 240 volt. We have our electric breakaway, and then over here, this is our kitchen pullout. So that all goes spitting out that side. In the front here, we have our little control panel that's ultimately going to be reasonably redundant after this. And then in here, this is actually our frunk, our sort of forward boot, or whatever you want to call it. That's our full pass through. And ultimately in there, this is where our battery box that will house our 3 lithium batteries that we're going to be installing in here, that's where that's going to live. Nice and forward to the axle too for weight distribution. And then if we fling around, we've got a few things going on here. We have our AC coming in to our circuit breakers that live in this box here. If you're in Australia, we can't touch any of this stuff unless you are a Sparky and licensed. So I'm going to have to get someone in to do the AC side of this, but you'll see that later in the video. And the rest of it is a full DC system. And what we've got going on here, we do have one of the LiTime 200 amp hours that I've had for some time. I've got a pair of those that you've seen on the channel over a little while. We did a quick little upgrade just after we got this, so we had a bit more energy capacity. It does have a Victron AC charger, a 30 amp job. We've got a basic shunt, that's a BMW 712, and I guess for most Caravans, the basic setup is going to be something similar. Maybe you'll have different branded gear, but ultimately you're probably going to have something like that where there's no inverter, so anything AC can't be run unless you have it plugged in on the outside of the van, like at a caravan park or something like that. So for the setup of what we're going, we want to do things maybe a little bit different. So key requirements for what we are after is we want to be able to run all the things fully off grid and just not have to worry about power. Now that means a couple of things. It means we're going to need a heap of energy storage. If we're running AC to keep things cool when it's stinking hot in summer, we're going to need power to power that. We are going full gasless, so we're removing and deleting any gas from the Caravan. So that means that this guy will need to run on 240 volt as well. It's already compatible, but no more gas, so all 240. So we're going to need power to run that guy. We are then going to need the system to support all of that energy coming in, but then energy energy going out as well. And then also the hookup on the outside, when we are staying somewhere that does have power, we want to get energy back into the system as soon as we can with a really solid bulk charge. So as far as system components go, to do all of that, we've got a few things going on. From a storage perspective, we have 3 of these guys. We've got number 3 out there in the shed, but these are the LiTime 320 amp hour Bluetooth minis. So these are the brand new ones. We did a full review video of these on the channel, so I'll link that down below. These are the new ones. We did a capacity test and all sorts of stuff. I was impressed with these so much so I bought another 2 for exactly this project. So we'll have 3 of these guys. That is a lot of energy. So we're talking 960 amp hours at 12.8. These come in at about the 4,000 mark, 4,000 watt hour mark, 4,100. So times 3, we're up over 12 kilowatts of energy. So that is a lot of energy, but like I said, full electric off-grid system with those things we mentioned earlier. Now I do have a bit of a discount code from LiTime as well. So if you're looking at some batteries, I've been running a few different types of batteries from LiTime, including the 200 that's in there now and the 400 that's in the D-Max, the 400 amp hour. So if you're looking for a good quality battery and you want to save some bucks, head to the VideoShowMeHow.com website and you'll see in the discount code section some bucks off from anything from LiTime. And then as far as the different components, this is most of it. I haven't got all the wiring up here, of course. The big show, I guess, is going to be the Multi Plus 2. This is the 12 3000, so the 3000 kVA inverter charger. That's good for about the 2400, 2500 watt mark, continuous, great surge, all the things. I won't go into crazy detail, but the big thing with this is it's going to run anything out of our AC plugs from the batteries, but then also be able to charge when we're plugged into mains at 120 amps. So that is that's going to be awesome, and that's sort of the main hero of the system. We'll be running all of what's coming in and out via a smart shunt. That's the 500 amp version, same as what we have in the D-Max setup. We have a pair of solar controllers. These actually are the non-Bluetooth versions. I've got a pair of the Bluetooth versions coming just to make things a bit easier, but we've got 150s. We've got a servo to be the brains of the operation because we're going to be running some pump senders and bits and pieces there as well. And I want that screen set up, which is what's at the back here, the 7-inch screen, so we can see what's going on. We have a bunch of different things like our circuit breaker, our on-off switch for the main batteries, Class T fuses. We've got some bus bars going on and a links distributor. This is the M10 version. Now, of course, there's going to be a whole bunch of wiring that goes with all of that. We have some of the ancillary stuff over here. This is mainly the Victron gear as far as the different connectors, the VE direct cables. So we're sort of connecting all of this gear up into the servo. So we have that continuous system. One of those cool things with the Victron infrastructure, how it all talks together. So we've got a bunch of that stuff, and you'll see all that in part 2 of this video as we get all of this chucked into there. Now, the only thing that you're not seeing here, of course, is the solar. We've got a bunch of solar panels that we're going to be getting up on the roof. There are 2 here at the moment, but they are only some little soft panels and they're already kind of, you know, not going that great. Those things are kind of good if you're absolutely stretched, but in my experience, nothing beats some proper hard glass panels, and that's what we're going to be sticking up here. I've got a bunch of 200 shadow flux panels. I think we're going to be able to sneak in 5 of those, meaning that we'll have 1,000 watts up on the roof. So there we go. Like I mentioned at the start of the video as well, there will be a full wiring diagram for everything we are doing here, for everything that's going to be living down in here, as well as the new energy storage up the front. That is all going to be available on the Video Show Me How website at VideoShowMeHow.com. It will be totally free, not going to be charging or anything like that, like I've seen some other people do. That's going to be free, available on the website. So if you're a bit of a 12 volt nerd like myself and you're keen to check out that in a little bit more detail, you can use that as a bit of a guide and have a bit of a background, I guess, on how all of this is going to get wired up. But that's all for part 1 of the off-road caravan gas removal, gasless, full power up series, whatever we want to call it. But that's part 1 of the series. In the next couple of videos, you're going to be seeing us get all of this installed into there, as well as our new battery compartment over there. We're also going to be having one in doing the full power up on the roof, as far as installing all of our solar there, down our little conduit into our new controllers to get this thing nice and charged. And then, of course, a full test showing all of this in action, showing some real life power usage. We've got our outdoor barbecue as far as the Ninja going. We've got our AC, we've got our hot water, so we'll be testing all of that and showing you what all that looks like on our new control panel that's going to be living here with some different switches that don't turn on and off every time you walk past them, and we're going to be showing you how it all works. So stick around, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to follow the series. So as always, guys, I hope that you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.